Hey everyone, and welcome to this tutorial series on Raspberry Pi for complete beginners. In this series, you will get started with Raspberry Pi step by step in a practical way. If you don't know anything about Raspberry Pi, this tutorial series is for you. And if you are already familiar with the board, but you feel like you could need a quick refresher of the basics, well, the tutorials are also going to be super helpful. In this series, you will set up your Raspberry Pi without even needing an external monitor. You will learn how to use the GPIO header to control hardware components, how to create a web server hosted on the Raspberry Pi, and much more. And just before we get started, this tutorial series is actually a free extract of a much longer Raspberry Pi course which contains more than 10 hours of content and many more projects. If you're interested, check out the link in the description. And now let's get started with the series. In this first step, you are going to understand what Raspberry Pi is exactly. Let's start. What is a Raspberry Pi and what can you do with it? The Raspberry Pi is a very small computer, almost the size of a credit card, but it is quite powerful and it can run a lot of applications. So what can you do with this board? Here are some examples of projects that you can easily do with a Raspberry Pi. You could automate your home, make your personal devices smarter with IoT or Internet of Things. You can also build a retro gaming console, create a security or an alarm system, host a server for a web or mobile application. You can even run a Minecraft server on your Pi. You can also program robots such as robotic arms, drones, hexapods, mobile robots, etc. You can create a smart mirror, install different operating systems, for example Raspberry Pi OS, Ubuntu, Windows IoT, and much more. Or simply use the Raspberry Pi as your own portable computer. And of course, this list is far from being exhaustive. You can find many more projects online, and you can also get inspired to create your own custom projects. One great thing about Raspberry Pi is the community. So what does the community aspect bring to you? Well, you can easily see what other people do with their Raspberry Pi. You can ask your questions, get some help from more advanced users, and you can also collaborate with other people on similar projects and progress together. Raspberry Pi was created by the Raspberry Pi Foundation. The goal of the foundation is to make computers and digital making available for as many people as possible. For about $50, you can get a Raspberry Pi board, and the complete setup to run it would not be that much more expensive. Now let's talk about the different versions that you can find. The first Raspberry Pi board was released in 2012. Then the foundation continued to develop new iterations to make the board more powerful, add more functionalities, make it easier to use, and develop the community. In 2015, the Raspberry Pi 2 was released with much more computation power than the first one. Then the Raspberry Pi 3 came in 2016 with again more computation power, and this time the Wi-Fi feature was directly integrated inside the board, so you don't have to use a Wi-Fi USB dongle anymore. In 2019, the Raspberry Pi 4 was released. Better performance than the version 3, a few changes in the external connectors to make it compatible with modern applications, and an increased amount of RAM. And finally, we have the Raspberry Pi 5, released in 2023. Twice as powerful as the version 4, an additional fan and camera connectors, and a few differences in the architecture that makes it even better. The Raspberry Pi boards up to version 3 only had 1 GB of RAM, which was already quite good at the time. Now for the Raspberry Pi 4 and 5, you can choose between 2 GB, 4 GB, and even 8 GB of RAM, which is becoming quite huge. Now, what can you find on the board? So in the middle you can see lots of components. Those are the CPU, the RAM, the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth chips, and all other components required to make the Raspberry Pi work. Now let's focus on the connectors. You have 4 USB ports, including 2 USB 3 in blue, 1 Ethernet port with Gigabit Ethernet, 1 USB-C port to power on the board, 2 micro HDMI ports with 4K video support for 2 external displays. You also have 2 ports that can be used for either a camera or a display module, a PCI port, a 40 pins or GPIO header that we will use a lot during this course to control different hardware components with Python programming. GPIO means General Purpose Input-Output. This header is the same for the Raspberry Pi 2B, 3B, Raspberry Pi 4 and Raspberry Pi 5. You also have one fan connector here, which is new on Raspberry Pi 5. And I'm gonna finish with the back here with a slot for the micro SD card, in which you will install the operating system. Alright, now you should have a slightly better idea of what the Raspberry Pi is, what's its purpose, and the applications you can do with it. When learning about a new technology, it's always a good idea to try to understand the big picture first. Alright, that's the end of this episode. If you found it useful, you will definitely like my full complete course on Raspberry Pi named Raspberry Pi for Beginners. This course contains 10 hours of hands-on video lessons. You can find the link in the description. Thank you for watching. See you in the course or in the next tutorial of the series.